You spend all that time, hours and hours, and then you get killed by a dwarf.
Let's check out Gold the Series. Gold the Series, yeah. Which you can find at goldtheseries.com.
What can you say about him that hasn't already been said? Playboy, maverick, loose cannon, but he's the best damn role player I've ever known.
Companion series tonight of the Zombie King,
which I really loved as well. There are some weird elements of it, you know, because it plays out like a drama, but then there are almost sort of very surreal comedy scenes within the drama. For instance, when they have the British guys, they're obviously played more for laughs, whereas the Americans, they play it straight, and it's sort of funny in the way they play it straight. But I love the subject matter of role players.
I mean, did you do that as a kid yourself?
What's that, role playing? Absolutely not. No, absolutely not.
I mean, that was like, I remember when I was 12, that was like a huge thing for me, and it's not, I mean, computer games and so forth have superseded that. But, you know, having that piece of paper and a dice and get four mates together, one of you's the dungeon master, and you just go.
And you got really passionate about your character, because it's like, you'd be playing it, collecting all your equipment, and you just don't want them to die.
And you spend all that time, hours and hours, and then you get killed by a dwarf.
The concept of this series is they've basically taken like a big TV sport or something, but they've actually completely replaced sport with role playing. And so he's got the main character, Jonathan Drake, he's got a sports agent. They're on the equivalent of ESPN.
I'm wondering, is this a spoof, or is there a kernel of reality in this? There are people who play Halo who actually have managers and get paid to play it.
Wow.
And actually have they used to have, before Halo tournaments, they used to have Doom tournaments.
You get agents just because you play video games.
Because you're really good at it. You know, I can show you some footage from last year at DragonCon, and that's actually like being at a sporting tournament, so they're all on their tabletop games.
And do they call themselves athletes like these role players in Gold do?
They might like to think of themselves as athletes. They might like to pull the ladies like the athletes do. But
well, guys, let's say someone, for example, has no knowledge of or interest in role playing.
This is still a show you can enjoy. You only have to look at the Guild,
yes,
which is about World of Warcraft, and that show I would recommend to anybody who has no concept of online gaming, because it's funny in its own. You know, if the comedy is there, I mean, the humour, and on this show definitely the humour and the characters and the storyline is there. So it really doesn't matter what the subject matter is, so long as those are in place.
There's even a scene where Jonathan Drake, who's been kicked off being team captain, ends up finding like these bunch of rednecks, and they have like some sort of underground game. If it was replacing poker, it would be like the illegal den. You know, this is where we play poker. And
so a lot of affection in the series. Then it's not even as a spoof. It's not.
Well, it's obviously done by people who understand the genre and are probably fans and love it themselves. So
7 episodes up at the moment, including the unnumbered prologue. What is that, like the origin?
It's it's a whole episode, but it just doesn't have an episode number. It just happens before episode 1.
They probably view it as the Hobbit to their Lord of the Rings.
The trailer is actually a prologue to the prologue, because there's actually new footage in the trailer.
I think it's all getting a bit too much for me. Let's try and simplify things. The Gold Series, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Definitely, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Wow, well there you go. 2 thumbs up.
Highly watchable program.
Glad to hear it. Well, you guys might want to check that out.
Easy to remember. It's called Gold the Series. It's at goldtheseries.com.
Yep. So writer producer David Nett, congratulations to you. A great show, and be sure to check it out if you're watching.